Good morning, dear student. Myself Amit Kumar Singh. Today we will discuss about the sorting, some sorting algorithm, and start with the bubble sort. And before starting with the bubble sort, we will discuss what is the sorting and what is the sorting algorithm. That means why we are need the sorting algorithms. Then we have to discuss what is the sorting algorithm. About the sorting algorithm, it is one of the fundamental problem of a computer science is ordering of the list. That means if we have to want in a computer some list is in the ordering form, then we have to apply this sorting algorithms. The common sorting algorithm can be divided to two class by the complexity of their algorithm. That means the complexity is generally written in the form of big O notation. Everybody know in we will discuss we was discussing in the complexity algorithm analysis, and we know that algorithm complexity is generally written in the form of big O notation. And we have also said that big O notation is just like a order. That means we have analyzed what is the complexity of this algorithm. Okay, so in further in we will discuss the sorting. That means takes an unordered collection and make a collection which is represented here a array, and array elements, and they are in unordered collection. That means 98 and then 45, 14, then 6, then 67. That means they are not in a ordered form, ascending or descending order. In any way, this is unordered. That means we have to find this unordered collection in the ordered collection, that is called. Okay, so for this we have discussed many simple algorithm techniques, that is bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, and so on. That means we have discussed first of all bubble sort, the simplest sorting technique. And bubble sort bubble sort sometimes refers to sinking sort. It is also known as exchange sort. It's a simple sorting algorithm. Okay, simple sort algorithm, that is that means we have to say it is one of the simplest sorting algorithm. It works by the repeatedly stepping through the list to be sorted. Okay, we have to discuss the working of bubble sort in further. So we have to say the comparing two items at a time and swap items if they are need. That means we have according to our sorting. uh, that means if an element is placed on the wrong order, then we have to swap the elements. Okay, that and how to compare. That is, we have to compare each element with the our nearest to the right element. This is okay. And if swapping is required, then we have to swap the element. Okay, and the next slide we have to discuss sorting algorithm. We have to analyze the sorting algorithm. That means we have to say how. That is if a given array, and array has some elements like a 3 4 5 8 something xyz, that is 7 element, 4 element, and we have to sort. How to sort this, are compared to just right element, and if required then it is swap, otherwise then go for next, so on, and the ending of the element. Then the sorting algorithm, the bubble sort algorithm uses the two for loops. One loop is for the first as a outer loop, and one loop as a inner loop. That means we have two for loop, and discussing the looping, and we have to discuss also code, and easy to understand the bubble short algorithm. We have to discuss this code, and this is upper and this is lower, and after finding the value of value is higher, then value is change or swapping, and we know this is our example. Oh, sorry, we have to take next we have to on this slide, and we have discussed about attenuation, and here this is outer for loop, and this loop is executed for is start with the 0 and index, and if we have to indexing with the 1, then we for 1 and 2, and next one is go for length of array. This is here, this is right here in the bubble short. That means for loop start with the I is start with the 1 of array. Okay, and next the second loop, this one is as a for loop. J is start with the length of array. That means we have to discuss in example, clear how to work it. Okay, then this is start with the length of array to I plus 1, the length of array to I plus 1. That means we have to sort the element, then first element is on the last position or first position as a fix, and we are discussing n. If element is n, then swapping or sorting is on the n minus 1 element. Okay, and this is the part of swapping. Okay. Okay, so before discussion next point, uh, okay, we will go for the bubble shot as a taken example, and bubbling up is the name of the largest element to after using the bubble shot. The largest element is set on at accurate place. That means travels the collection of and move from front to end, and bubble shot what to do. This shot is set the largest value at the end of using, and pairwise comparison and swapping we are discussing here. Okay, and this is array. This array have the 8 elements. These elements are 98, 23, 43, and so on, add to the 40 are unordered collection, and so we will discuss one by one step how to short the algo using the bubble sort. Okay, so elements we will take 98 and 23. So move from front to end. We will go to end or end to front, both are discussed in example, and here we will discuss front to end. The bubble, that means the bubble largest value is value to end using pairwise comparison and swap to the value. Okay, otherwise we have to, so we have to say this is 98 and 23, first two value are taken and compare. If the value is required to exchange the position, then we will exchange the value. That means 90 is greater than 23. Okay, then 23, if we are arranging this array as a ascending order, then we have to know at 98 is on the right side and 23 is on the left side. So then next here the value is swapping, that is 28 is before the 98, and the next value is 98 and 48 is comparison. This is there 90 and 48, then we have to add a swapping, and then 98 and 14 is 40 and a compare, then 14 is less than 98, then 90 is at the position of 40. 14 is at the position of 9. And next one is 98 and 6 is compare, and 6 is lesser value of 98 than 98. 6 is that position, and the same addition 98 and compare with the 67, and 67 is less than the 98, then exchange the position, that means swap the value, swap the their position, and then 98 and 33 as a comparison, and then find the 98 is greater value, and 33 then the 98, then change the their positions, and then 98 is compared with the 42, and then 42 is lesser than the 98, and then 98 at the position of 42 as the 98, and it at the position. Okay, then this is as pass is completed, that means the one element is at the accurate. Okay, that means we have to say one pass is complete. Okay, and repeating these steps uh, again and again to the this and using the bubble shot, and then we will in next slide. Okay, and we have to notice that only the largest value is at the correct place, all other value are still out. Okay, they are not in the ordered. So we need to repeat this process. Okay, we need to repeat this process again. Then how many times, somebody had to ask me how many times bubble shot repeating this process. If we have the n number of elements, then the loop is inner loop is n minus 1 times they have repeated. Okay, currently we will currently place all the n elements at exact right position. Okay, so how to work as a bubble sort, then first iteration, and then second, and then fourth, and so on, and complete sort the this algorithm. Here n is represented at total number of element in a array, and to do that is what step we will take for the swapping. This is 7 steps, and we have to take index in further, and did swap, that have to indicate this is if swapping, this is true, if not swapping, then this is false. This is a type of representation. Okay, then start, we have to compare 98 and 23. Okay, then index number is 1, that means 98 on the index number 1, index number 1 is compared with the index number 2. Okay, and after discuss after discussing 98 is greater than 23, then the value is swap. Okay, this is value is swap. Okay, and swapping is called, then did swapping is true. Okay, this is true, and 98 at the position of 23, and 23 at the position 98. Okay, and index 1 is complete here, and go for inner loop, and index 2 is called. Okay, 98 here you have to see here, this one is this. Okay, and this is total number of element, and this one is 7. 7 is inner loop. That means which step you have to do this swapping process. Go for the index number 2, this is index number 2, and 2 is compared with the third position, then and next we have to discuss swapping. Okay, because of that 98 and 98 is greater than 45, then both are changed to their positions. Okay, and is called, then 48 and 98, and next one is index number change. Okay, index number is 3. Okay, this is index number 3 and index number 4, they are compared to each other, that means 14 and 98 is compared to each other, and go for check the 14 is less than 98, then the 98 at the position of 14, that means swapping is called. Okay, and did swap, it is true, indicating, and swap it this value and go for the next index value, this is 4. Okay, then 98 and compare 6, 6 is well known, this is lesser value, then uh, again swapping is called. Okay, the value is swapped here, this is okay, then swapped here, that means index for we have to change the value of 98 and 6 at their positions, and then index number is 5, and same here existed, then swap is called. Okay, because of that 90 is greatest value in this array, then swapping is called again and again, and go for the right side, and go for the right place. Okay, then swapping is called, then swap the values 67 and 98 at their position, and index number is increases, index number is increases at that position, index number increases maximum 7, because of that he will say that to do this is equal to 7. Okay, then 98 and 33 compare and so on, this is that means we have to swap the values. Okay, and swapping these positions 98 and 33, and next one is 98 and 42, that means index number is 7 to do, and that means the loop is called at the position of 7, and both are exchange the value 98 and 42, and then swapping the value. And next one is 98 at the same position, and value is not swapping, that means we have to finish the first iteration, sorry, pass, that means bubble up is finished as the first pass, and then 98 position is 98, that position is 8, it is filled. Okay, and further if we will discuss, then what to do, and we are discussing, we are swapping these element in this array, because of that this index value is fixed. Okay, that the to do value is 6, that we have to discussion about this 6 maximum, because this position is fixed at the next pass, the remaining swapping positions are 6. Okay, so we will see. Okay, go for it. And next one is the second pass, that to start to do is this 6, and compare the elements 45 and 45 and sorry, uh, this is index number 1 value is 23, and 23 and 45, 45 is greater than this is not, that means no swapping, this is false, and no swapping is here called. And then index number is increases, index number is 2, and index number 2, 45 and 14, 14 is less than 45, that means swap is called. Okay, this is easy to understand. Okay, and then swap values, this is okay, and then next value is index value is 3, 45 and 6, 6 is lesser than the 45, then both position are exchanged to each other. Okay, then swapping is called, and next 45 is at the position of number 4, and next one is we have to discuss index number 4 and 5, then we know 67 is greater than 45, they are not swapped to each other. Okay, then no swap is called, and we have to go for next index, index number is 5, 5, and then 6 is compare, addition right is compare. So 67 and 33, 33 is less than 7, then the swapping is called here, and after swapping is called, 33 at the position of 67 and 63 at the position of 33, that is okay, and then the value is go for uh, 33 and 67 swap. Okay, and then next index is uh, 6, sixth position index, and index is compare, and right, we know now we have to comparison with the right adjacent value and average value. Okay, and 67, 42, then 42 is less than 67, swap the values, and swap each other, and then second pass is complete now. Okay, and okay, second pass is complete here, and that means the 98 and next one is at 67. Both position are occupied. That means we have to say this one is this position is filled. Okay, both position is filled. That means the remaining elements, total elements are 6, and the swapping position to the swapping, and next at the next pass we have fixed this position. That means the swapping is on the these 5 elements. That means we have to go for 1 to 5. Okay, so we will discuss here. Okay, erase these values, and okay, and then go for next one is, and to do value, that means the loop is go for the inner loop for the fifth at the position. That's index number, third pass is start here, and we have 14 and 23 as compare the index value is compared with the index 2. There know that 14 is less than, this is swap is called here. Okay, and then 14 and 23 is positions, and same condition as index number 2 and index number 2 and index number 3. This is 23 and 20 and 6 is less than, swap this value. Okay, this is easy to understand. Okay, this is next value. This is index number 3 value is 23, and index number 4, this is right adjacent, this is 45. That means 45 is greater, then we have to not swap these values, and index number is increases. Okay, index number is increases, this is 4. Okay, that means index number 4 is compare with the adjacent value, this is 33. Then 33 is lesser than lesser value of the 45, then they will swap to each other. Okay, it is right. Okay, then we will go for next index, this is called fifth, and then fifth index and sixth index I have to compare. Then 45 is greater than 42, then they will swap to each other, and then complete the third pass. That means we have to fix the three position, 45, 67 and 98. Okay, and the same for the same discussion for next pass, this is fourth pass, and we will discuss. So we will discuss three passes, and pass, that is fourth pass. That means we have to start the fourth pass, and again same work, uh, that is key. We are setting the values in 98, 67 and at the uh, accurate place, and then next pass is start with the index number 1, and that means index number 1 and adjacent number, they will come to each other, and comparing to each other. That means 1 and 2, that is 14 and 16. Then 6 is, sorry, 6, then 6 is less than 14, then they will swap to each other. That is okay, and then the swap is true. And next one is we have to go for the index 2, and then same condition, no swapping condition is here, because of that 23 is greater than 14. And next for the index number 3 here, index number 3, then 23 and 33. So here swapping is not called, because of that 33 is greater than 23. And next one is no swap, and go for the next index number, this is 14, and same condition is here. uh, 42 is already at the sorted order place, so no swapping is called. And this is the finished work of the fourth pass, and then we will switch to the and fifth pass, same conditions, and we have to swapping and comparison at the position of the third, from 1 to third. Because of that the fourth position is fixed by the greatest value, and same condition is follow, this is no swap. Because of that you have to know 6 is less than 14, and same condition is there, 14 is less than 23, and then no swap, and go for next index and compare them. This is also no swap, it is already in a sorted order. That means this is the fifth pass have to be completed, and go for next. So next sixth pass is here. So sixth pass we have to discuss here. 6 and 14, then same condition, 14 is greater, so no swapping is called here. Then sixth pass is for index number 2, 2 and 3 compare. This is no swap because of 23 is greater than 14. Okay, and then seventh pass, that means we have to compare just one next value, and then we have to show that this is no. That means we have to finally shorted element is here: 6, 14, 23, 33, 42, 45, and 67 and 98. That means this is the shorted element as an array. So that means summary of the bubble sort, the algorithm will move largest value to its correct location, okay, to the right side location, and repeat this bubble sort until the all element at the correct sort. And that means we have to say techniques, we sort a given element ascending or descending order by comparing two adjacent element at a time, placing uh, place in the correct position, and we have and if number of element is n, then required number of pass is n minus 1. Because of that we have to see the number of element is total number of element is 8, and the last pass is 7. That means if number of element is n, then required pass is n minus 1. Okay, and if we have to discuss the complexity and about the complex n, then next, uh, before thank you, I will discuss one another example for your clear the algorithm. So we have to take a example. So we will take, okay, we will take an example. If we have to consider this is an array, 5, 2, 1, 4, 3, 6. This is unsorted array, and we have to start with the sorting this array. We will discuss one pass, and other are understood by you, I hope. So the total, that means the length of array, number of element, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 and 3, 6, and I hope one element is not written by me. This is take a one element is here, this is 7. Okay, last element is 7. Then the total length of array is this is 7, and then you have to remind the first for loop I is start with the 1 2 length of array. That means we have to write here I is start with the 1 to 7, and j, then next nested for loop j, this is j is start to the length of array to the down of I plus 1. I plus 1, this is length of array, this is 7, and I plus 1, I is start with the 1, then I plus 1 is start with a 2, and then we will know this is I is start with the 1, and j is start with the 7. That means then we have to call the if condition. If remind, then we have to write if a of j, this is a of 7. Okay, a of j, this is 7, is less than a of, is less than a of j minus 1. J minus 1, this is 7 minus start with the j is 7, then minus 1 condition, that means j minus 1, this is 6. Okay, this is 6th position. If this condition is true, then we have to swapping, we have to call the swapping. A of 7, this is a of 7 is 7, unfortunately this value is 7, and 7 is less than a of 6, this is 3. This is right. I hope this is not right. Sorry, sixth value is, sorry, this sixth value is 6. Okay, so we have discussed this. A7 is 7 and A6 is 6. That means we have to swap no. Okay, then for next condition, the inner loop is executed to the next. Then this j is equal to, j is equal to 6. Because of that, he is started with a 7, then the length of array, and this is length of array 2, I plus 1, this is 2. Then here j value is changed, but I is equal to, this is 1. Okay, that is a of I, and j is equal to 6. So then same condition is follow here. So next condition is followed by uh, j6 and ai value, that is same. Okay, then then condition is apply, then a of j is 6. Okay, that means a of 6. Okay, a of 6, and it is less than a of j minus 1, this is a of 5. Okay, so we have to write here a of 5. Okay, and a of 6 is 6. Okay, and this is less than a of 5, this is 3. This is not equal to, that means we have not called the swapping. And next one is we have erase this erase some values. Okay, and then right here, this one is, okay, I am writing here this one. So you have to think no swapping is called. So I have discussed about here why we are not swapping is in this array. Because of that, we have to start with the end to first element, to arranging the sorted order, use the bubble sort. And 6 and 7 are exact the same place. Uh, because of that, the most latest element is the 7, which is the last, and 6 is the another value which is also second last position, that is fixed. So we have to go for one by one and discussing here. So I hope you have to understand what is the bubble shot and how it is working. And we will discuss the another example in next video. So thank you for seeing this video. Okay,